to win more matches, we have to consistently add new little wrinkles or tweaks to our game that can help us take it to a higher level and help us to be able to beat players that we're losing to now. And one of those things is learning to be an offensive player. You know, think about it. What puts points on the board? Offense or defense? Offense. Offense puts points on the board. So when we think offensively, we're thinking aggressively. And in tennis, that means moving forward. Okay, so today's lesson is all about staying offensive, being aggressive, moving forward, taking time away from your opponent. The ball's going to come back quicker to them because you're going out to meet the ball. You're not waiting for the ball to come to you, and you're not just playing defense, waiting for your opponent to make an error. So one of the keys to doing this is learning to play in no man's land. The dreaded place, no man's land. But for me personally, I love no man's land. Why? Because I'm moving in. I'm putting pressure on my opponent, taking time away from them. So no man's land is pretty much from the baseline to the service line in this area here. And years ago, when I started playing tennis, over 45 years ago, you know, don't hang out in no man's land. Now, obviously, you want to keep pressing forward. You don't want to just stand there. But learning to play in no man's land is such a valuable tool. So valuable. Because once you get in, you step inside the baseline, and now the next ball you get is floating, you can take it on a swing volley and keep coming forward. You may hit an outright winner, or you know, you'll win the point on the next shot with your volley. So learning to play in no man's land, that's what today is all about. We're going to talk about the swing volley, and if the ball starts to come back quick, then you change it. You go back to your standard volley. But when the ball's floating slightly, you can take the ball out of the air 3 or 4 feet inside the baseline. You could take it right there. Come in. Now you get another floater up here. You take that one up there. Come in, and then you can get your volley put away. Okay, your technique with a swing volley has to be meticulous. Okay, you've got to be very careful with the backswing. That's going to be key to your success with the swing volley. Now, I recommend you're using minimum Eastern grip or semi-Western. To find those grips, all racket handles, octagonal. I do a lot with grip, so Eastern, you're going to take the index knuckle and the heel pad, and you're going to put those on number 3. Those flat surfaces, we give those numbers. Okay, number 3's on the side, 4 is that little flat surface underneath there. I want you to be on 3 or 4. I prefer number 4 because it's going to make it easier to get more spin. And when you're hitting a swing volley, remember, you're inside the baseline, 4 or 5 feet, or around the service line you're hitting a swing volley. You're going to need spin because you don't have as much length to hit into. So I recommend going with the semi-Western. And that automatically closes the face. Okay, right now I've got a semi-Western grip. So now if I see a ball floating, I have to be careful, meticulous with this backswing. The left hand stays on till about here, then I can take it off. But notice the racket head, let me put it that way. The racket head is not wobbling. And that's a problem that players have with this swing volley. The racket's all over the place like this. Now look at my racket here. See, it's not wobbling. It's coming back in that position so that I can keep the racket closed. Now, once I'm here, I've got to drop the racket down below the ball, but let's say it's up around shoulder height. So I just have to come down a little bit lower. You know, right now I'm, let's say, between waist high and chest high here, and then I'm coming up to hit that shoulder high ball. But the racket can stay vertical as long as I don't play around with the lower arm. So the swing is all from the shoulder to here. Everything is done by the front of the shoulder. Now, yeah, but I see the guy going like this over the ball like that. That's not actually what happens. When you see this here, okay, now as I come up, this is all shoulder. Now, let's say the ball is on the strings right now. This is classic Federer. He'll hit through, look at the racket. The ball is long gone, okay? The ball's long gone at this point. He hasn't moved the racket at all. The racket's in that position. The shoulder's doing everything. Now, once he gets here, the ball's gone. You see this. You see this quick movement, that windshield wiper movement. That's what you're seeing, and you think in your mind, he's doing that as he hits the ball. The ball's already gone. He's doing that after the ball is gone. This is going to be key for your swing volleys. If you want to be consistent and feel 100% confident, I can crush this ball and swing 150 miles an hour, make your backswing meticulous. Keep that racket face closed, drop it down below the ball slightly, and swing up as fast as you like. Don't do that windshield wiper motion until the ball is gone, off your strings. I've got one other tip for you. As you bring the racket back from that ready position, as you come back, I want you to focus on also keeping the hitting elbow up, okay? Now the reason for that, when the hitting elbow stays up, the racket stays closed. But when the elbow drops into the body, the racket opens up. Okay, so you don't want the elbow in close. That's going to make the racket open up. Elbow up on the backswing, keep the face closed, drop it down, swing up as fast as you want. Okay, let's take a look from the side as the racket comes back. See, the elbow is not in close to the body. This helps keep the racket face closed. Now, as I swing forward, it's all from the shoulder. The ball at this point is gone. Now I'm starting the windshield wiper motion right there. You'll see on the finish how the racket turns over. Okay, again, from the rear view, a couple in real time here. And then we'll do one in slow motion. Elbow up, away from the body. The racket stays closed as I bring it back. Okay, I've got to drop it down here below the ball. Swinging up. There's the windshield wiper motion on the finish. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Please give me a like, a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if it's your first time here. Go to the website, ctwconsistenttenniswinsacademy.com. I've got 13 online courses there that will definitely help you take your game to a higher level. All the best to your tennis success. Take care.